The Clippers talk. I'm Adam Osland as I get things set up and shoot out a link for this episode. Appreciate you guys. Been a long day. It's late. I'm a little bit tired, but I can't help but jump on here. Um, my hair's a mess. I'm a little bit of a mess, but it looks like the Clippers are going to start the Summer League 1-0. Clipper stock is up. Got the link out. All right, let's see who shows up. I got a lot to talk about, actually. There's more to dig into here. D. Damari is in on Clippers talk as I'm waiting for Clippers to run out the clock on this ball game. Cam Christie on the right wing, bounce pass to Jordan Miller, hesitation, now crosses the free throw line, kicks it back out. Simpson with the basketball, drives to his left. A little hesitation move, tries to put up a hook shot, is taken away. Things have gotten a little bit sloppy here. Simpson did hit a hook shot earlier in the ball game. 94-89 now, 24 seconds left. Clippers basketball. Jordan Miller, dangerous plays. He almost had it taken away in the backcourt. Clippers with a 5-point lead, 15 seconds left. Konan out to Trenton Flowers, and it was stolen this time. 10 seconds left. It looks like Houston will get one more shot at it here, down by 5. And there's a foul with 4.9 seconds left and one. 94-91. They're going to try to intentionally miss here. They do have a timeout. All right. A lot to get into, including the end of this ball game. Not quite over yet, as Konan, I think, was charged with the foul. Konan, the destroyer, I called him after that first big block he had. If you want to see it, at Follow Adame is where you can find it on the Twitter side. Trenton Flowers definitely has some hustle. He crashed a rebound on one play in the first half. Maybe it was third quarter, where he just absolutely looked like he got rocked. They make the free throw. It's 94-92, 4.9 seconds left. Clippers up by 2. 94-92 Clippers, timeout. So a little late game situational basketball learning experience for the young guys. But I got to say, my biggest takeaway from this ball game, Cam Christie. Looks bigger, stronger. I shared that picture from the Clippers X account the other day at practice, and you could just see it. He's put on some real size. He's still thin. He's still just 19. He's turning 20 later this month. But Cam Christie was getting downhill and getting to the basket often. Love seeing it. Drawing fouls. He went 6 of 8 from the charity stripe. Cam had 21 points. Just 3 of 9 from the outside. I mean, you'll take it. And he knocked down what I thought was the dagger 3. I hope it is, in the near side corner off a pass from Xavier Simpson, who, by the way, is 28 years of age. He played his college ball in Michigan in like 2016. They just have to have a floor general out there, someone to distribute the basketball a little bit. And he's done a solid job. But Cam Christie getting downhill and also guarding really well on the perimeter with some great closeouts. He caused a couple of turnovers just off of his great defensive effort. Cam Christie looks different. Clippers lead by 2. Just seconds remaining here. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter, 94-92. In Summer League, with how discombobulated and out of sorts things can get, no lead ever feels safe. I want to see how this plays out. I hope Reed Shepherd is all right. He was grabbing at his calf. He had a great game, 28 points, 6 of 15 from the outside. He hit some ridiculous shots. He looked good in Summer League last year. Houston has an embarrassment of riches, it feels like right now, especially with young guys. So the Clippers inbound the basketball. Simpson draws the foul, or he gets fouled in the backcourt with 3.8 seconds left. He'll be headed to the free throw line. They're going to extend this thing out. This is not over yet. I don't know what's going to happen with Jordan Miller, since you're asking X-Mongo Project. He really struggled in the first half. Like, uncharacteristically, was missing a lot of easy ones out there. Jordan Miller completely turned around in the second half. including 11 points in the fourth quarter. He was tremendous. He hit some big three-pointers. He started to get the easy ones to go. Clippers call a timeout as they can't inbound the basketball with 3.8 seconds left. 94-92, Jeremy Castleberry about to draw something up on the whiteboard here, but it's the summer league. Expect some chaotic play. Expect some bad basketball, some clunky basketball, but we'll take any basketball at this point. Beggars cannot be choosers here. Now, I think people are maybe overdoing it a little bit off of one performance in Summer League. In a game where I saw Moses Brown out there getting rebounds and dominating in his 3 minutes in the first half for a second. I'm not going to say Cam Christie is going to be the backup guard now. I don't think he is good enough with the rock to be able to handle pick and roll duties while James Harden is off the floor, Thomas. I don't know what you're talking about there. Kobe Sanders, really confident. And while he has, and Steve Smith said the same thing I did on draft night immediately, he said he reminds him of Kyle Anderson. Steve Smith on the broadcast. That's what I said as soon as they drafted him, and I was watching tape for the first time on Kobe Sanders. He has this hunched over, kind of awkward gait to him in his movement, but it works. And in this ball game, Kobe Sanders went 4 of 9, 10 points, 2 of 4 from the outside. He had a mid-range shot where he spun into it, lost his defender, missed the shot, went in and out, but it looked smooth. As smooth as it could look for a missed shot. It's kind of like the Lakers series against the Denver Nuggets when they got swept in 2023. Most competitive series ever. They still got swept. But I got to say, Kobe Sanders, I'll go through some of the notes I had and some of the specific plays. 3.8 seconds left. Clippers with the basketball. They inbounded again. Simpson in the backcourt. They foul again. Ime Udoka, and I don't know who their assistant coach is. They're not giving up on this one. Down by 2 with 2.8 seconds left. The Clippers are going to have to earn it as, Xavier Simpson will be going to the free throw line. He hits both. It's game over. He goes 1 of 2. What are the overtimes like in Summer League? I don't know if we want to see that. Yeah, the slow-mo comparison with Kobe Sanders. Oh, no. Simpson shorted the first free throw. 94-92, 2.8 seconds left. Game 1 of the Summer League, Clippers and Houston Rockets. Come on, Simpson. 9 points, 5 assists, 4 turnovers for him, 4 of 9 shooting, 0 of 3 from the outside, now 1 of 2 at the charity stripe. At least hit the second. So all they can do is tie the game at best. I don't want to see the Clippers lose on a walk-off three-pointer. Gets the second to go. 95-92. Houston will inbound the basketball. No, they still have one more timeout to use. We are dragging this out. These are teaching moments. These are lessons being learned by young players. Situational basketball. I would foul. I will always say you should foul in situations like this. But with only 2.8 seconds left, they're likely going to be putting it up so quickly that may turn into you fouling on a three-pointer. Yeah, with 2.8 seconds left, it's a little bit, with how little time left, it's a little bit more of a decision. If there was, let's say, 5 seconds left, I'm definitely fouling. But there's still an opportunity there. I just always believe. I remember when they didn't, I think in the Kings game, the 176-175 second highest scoring game ever a couple of years ago that went into double overtime. They didn't intentionally foul, and Malik Monk hit a three-pointer. I never understand that. For the most part, I think Coach Lue does choose to. Some people want to take away that rule because it's not as exciting. I think it's an interesting strategic decision. I'd like to keep it. I don't want to go away from it. Yeah, they're lucky Reed Shepherd is out right now, and hopefully he's okay because he was absolutely cooking them, as he'll be prone to do. Oh, he's coming back in, it looks like, for the final possession. Spoke too soon. Maybe foul that guy, but 2.8 seconds left. He may already be too savvy of a player. And he'll get it up in his shooting motion, and he'll be going to the free throw line for three. Cam Christie is on him. They're doing a little bit of chirping in the far side corner. Houston will inbound on the far sideline. 2.8 seconds left. Clippers up 95-92. End of game one of the Summer League. Houston needs a three to tie. Inbound it, looking for Reed Shepherd. Can't find him. Oh, they got a 5-second violation called. That should be game. I have the sound off, but I'm guessing that's what just happened, judging by the reaction from both benches. Yep, it's Clippers basketball. Turnover, Houston. Well played. I think Trent Flowers was in front of the rebounder. Oh, my God. They threw it into the backcourt, and Trenton Flowers just fouled. Oh, this is painfully coming to an end. 2.6 seconds left. It looks like Houston's going to be heading back to the line. Trenton Flowers is shaking his head. Yeah, this is peak Summer League basketball, guys. Now, it's not the worst thing in the world, but this could be extended even further here if Houston continues to foul. They have no more timeouts, though, to bring the ball into the front court. Konan back in the game for rebounding purposes. Yeah, that was a miscue. It's just they're playing hard. It's just disorganized. That's what a lot of Summer League is. I'm not going to fault their play. They're young guys. They're playing hard out there. They haven't played together much before. This is what you get. It's okay. They got that intentional foul eventually. 95-92, Houston at the free throw line with 2.8 seconds left. Clippers leading by 3. Can we finish this? It is mercifully coming to an end. I knew I started the live too early. He misses the first long off the back rim and shot it with very little confidence. Chandler from the Houston Rockets. Oh, he shot that so quickly. Like he knew he was going to miss right away. Now they got to intentionally miss. All right, Konan. Let's see some boxing out here. Yannic Nienhaus didn't box out great in the first half. He was a little bit better in the second half. Ball flying around. Clippers win 95-92. All right, game over officially now. Let's get into it. Clippers are 1-0 in the Summer League. I said heading into the Summer League, if they have Kobe Brown and Jordan Miller on the roster, then they should win the Summer League. Those guys are too good. They're too seasoned. They're 2 seasons. They're 25 years of age now. So this was expected, but I mean, it's Summer League. What am I talking about? You can't expect anything. Expect the unexpected. It's going to be wacky. But Kobe Brown came out and looked great right away. He finished, I think, with just 14 points, but he was the adult in the room. Kobe Brown, early on, I want to say, he had 10 points in the first quarter. He missed his first 3, then hit one, ended up 2 of 3 from the outside. Didn't have a foul in the first quarter. And remember, if you go back to last year's Summer League, part of the problem with Kobe Brown was while he averaged 16 points per game in Summer League, he couldn't stay out of foul trouble. That was a real issue for him. Well, in this ball game, in 20 minutes, he ended up with just 1 foul. A little bit of progress. But I want to start with what I noticed right away with Cam Christie. He hits a 3 to get the first bucket of the ball game. At the end of the first quarter, though, Cam Christie went to the basket hard. He was relentless going downhill. And he took a tough foul, went to the deck. That is something that is probably my biggest takeaway from this game. Cam Christie looked like a different player with his belief in getting to the basket. He still knocked down a key dagger 3 late in the fourth quarter, you could say. But his physicality, and you could tell he put on a good 10 pounds at least. I'm not going to say it's all muscle. That's usually not how it works. Everybody says, oh, he put on 15 pounds of muscle. It's like, yeah, in peak conditions, you could only put on like 1.5 pounds of muscle if you're not doing steroids per month. So it's usually overblown. But Cam Christie looks thicker. It's late. He was then picking up his man full court, turning him. The Clippers were pressing some, and Cam Christie's defense looked really good. He did miss a pull-up in transition three after a little shake and bake in the second quarter. Then he attacked with 1:09 left in the second. Again, hard foul. Cam gets a steal, fouled by Reed, going to the basket. I really, really liked his decisiveness getting downhill. That's how you get to the free throw line as much as he did. He was 6 of 8 and had 21 points. Jordan Miller led them with 23 and did all pretty much of his damage in the second half and really in that fourth quarter with 11 points there alone. But Cam Christie was very consistent. He had a good closeout on Reed Sheppard, then a bad one on the same possession after an offensive rebound. These are the up and downs of young players. But after Trenton Flowers turned down a three in the second half, Cam got it and went right down the right alley for a tough bucket off the glass. I posted that at Follow Adam May if you want to check it out. Just emblematic of who he was in this game. Just not settling, going to the basket, looking like he wants to prove that he is a different player. He had 8 points in the third quarter alone, Cam Christie. Now, he did airball a crossover into a pull-up three on the right wing after Reed Sheppard just hit a three, trying to answer him. It's okay. I'm all right with it. At the 9-minute mark of the fourth, Cam locks up a guard for the Houston Rockets twice, leading to a Trenton Flowers eventual steal and run-out dunk. Just really good defense again at the 6:30 mark of the fourth. He had a putback, right place, right time at the 5-minute mark of the fourth. And then that really the biggest shot probably of the game, Cam Christie clutch. I'm going to see what the mark was. It was before all the fouling went on. It looked like the Clippers were easily going to pull away with this one. It was at the 129 mark. It put them up 94-86. Cam Christie three-pointer, near side corner. Very encouraging from Cam Christie in this ball game, I have to say. He looked more poised. He looked much less lost than he did last summer league, or in his 50 minutes, I think 56 minutes total at the NBA level. And the thing with Cam Christie is this. His shot looks gorgeous. We knew that day one. It looks like Michael Porter Jr. It looks a little bit like Devin Booker. The shot is there. If he can do some of these other things, play defense, show that he can attack the basket, now we're cooking. Cam's still 19. He turns 20 later this month. Last year in the G League, he played 25 games and averaged 18 points per game, but shot just 32% from three. But 8 attempts per game in the G League from three. I'll take that. They will go eventually. I like that aggressiveness. He only played, 59 minutes up with the Clippers in the big leagues. I think that was partially just to get that photo ops with his brother, Max Christie, who was at the game tonight, as was Paul George, as was Kawhi Leonard, Clippers brass, Steve Ballmer, Lawrence Frank. But there was that Laker-Clipper game where they were both in at the very end of the game earlier in the season with Cam Christie. But yeah, Cam looks good, guys. That's my number one takeaway this ball game. Number two, Yannic Konan Niederhauser. Okay. There was a dribble handoff miscue with him early on with Jordan Miller in the first quarter. Then he had some nice defense on Reed Sheppard on a drive to the basket. Konan got called for the foul. I thought it was a little bit iffy. I thought it was good defense. And then out of nowhere, the guy pulls up on a three in transition when the game's at 10-4 in the first quarter. Konan pulled up like that. And his shot and his form looks really good. And remember, at Penn State, we reviewed some of his interviews with his teammates apparently saying that he had the best looking shot on the team. That was interesting to hear and then see it play out this way. And even I believe Lawrence Frank talked about it after he was drafted, that we're trying to simplify things. We're not looking for him to shoot right away, something to that degree. But there is something there, even though he hardly shot the ball from three in college. He must have done it somewhere, like for the Swiss national team. I couldn't find those statistics of how many three-pointers he took with them. But you can see there's some touch there. You could see it at the free throw line too. Like the form, the shot does not look bad mechanically at all. Then he had a really big block, and that's where I posted the Konan the Destroyer video at Follow Adam A. Now, the player was out of position, but Konan, he showed off his athleticism a few different times. That was one of them. Then at the end of a possession, as the shot clock was going down, he put the ball on the floor. He missed a little hook going to his left against Moses Brown, but just the ability to put the ball on the floor like that also raised an eyebrow for me. I loved seeing it. It looks like his handle for a big man, he was more comfortable than you would expect. Now, his rebounding instincts when the ball goes up need to be much better. He's not looking for bodies enough. He's not looking to box out. He's not putting up his body on anybody and sealing them at times, at least certainly in the first half. And that could have been nerves. You know, this is a big deal for these young guys. But then he had a block to start the second, protecting the rim. And then a steal. And this was probably the most athletic play. He went the other way and he did a spin move, but missed the layup. And Trenton Flowers, I think for his first bucket of the ball game, got the putback. But Nienhaus on that move, like that was kind of remarkable, seeing a big man handle it, get the steal, then make a spin move at the basket. He missed it. That's like the least of what I'm worried about. Honestly, it's the way he was moving with the basketball there. I tried to clip that. Maybe I'll put it at Follow Adam A a little bit later. Still watching too much on rebounds. Notice that. Find a body. Box out. The game definitely looked like it was moving too fast at times for him defensively. There were a couple bad passes to him. Kobe Sanders had one where he was wide open on the left block, I think in the second half. There was a play where I thought Reed Sheppard was going to get an easy one on him. This was still in the first half. He got a steal. He had Konan in space, and Konan stayed with him, and Reed Sheppard gave up the basketball just inside the right arc. That was good to see. Second half, Kobe had a bad lob. Kobe Brown had a bad lob to Konan. He did make a play with an offensive tip out to Cam for a floater. That was good to see from the rebounding department in the second half. He had a steal also, more athleticism popping off the screen or jumping off the screen. He had a steal and went to a Euro step, and he missed it. He got it back and then got fouled and then showed off pretty good form at the free throw line. The athleticism is there from Konan, really. Like, I can see what they saw there completely with him being a big that just moves differently. He did give up a layup to Chandler in transition after a Cam pass to him on the inbounds play was a turnover in the fourth, but then had a really big block with some weak side help where he came out of nowhere. And then another block where he had his man pinned underneath the basket in the fourth quarter. Great positioning to not foul there by Konan. So all in all, Konan the Barbarian, the Blockbarian, some are calling him, he did have 4 blocks. He only had 1 point. He got at the free throw line. He was 0-4 from the field and missed some kimmies. But I'm not even worried about that. He still ended up with 10 boards, and he probably could have had 3 or 4 more easily. But 2 steals, the 4 blocks, 1 point. I was encouraged, honestly, very much encouraged with Conan's athleticism. That's what I wanted to see. That's one of the major reasons they drafted him. A big man that can move like that is pretty rare. A big man that could have the ball in his hands, I'm not saying he's going to be Nikola Jokic or something dribbling with the basketball, but just looking pretty competent and comfortable with it. Good to see. Needs to improve the rebounding. We knew that already coming out. So now let's move to Jordan Miller, who recently was waived by the Clippers. Remember, their 3 guys on 2-way contracts are now Kobe Sanders, Trenton Flowers, and Patrick Baldwin Jr. Patrick Baldwin Jr. didn't play in this game. I'm guessing he'll be playing a lot on Sunday. But Jordan Miller, I wonder what type of game this would be for him. It's been a rough week. I thought he really struggled in the first half. He wasn't letting the game come to him. He had some steals where he just couldn't convert them. It was a rough start. And I was kind of just sitting here like, oh, man, I don't want to see Jordan Miller go out like this. I mean, he missed a push shot at the rim in the second quarter. It was a gimme. Then he had an and in transition off a Christie steal in the second half early on. Then a putback dunk after Kobe missed a 3. Then he had a layup in traffic where he was telling the defender he was too small. Then he had an offensive rebound and a putback around the 7-minute mark of the fourth. A deep, straightaway three-pointer from looked like 35 feet out maybe. Big shot. Another 3 on the right wing with a hand in his face. And he had 11 points in the fourth quarter. Jordan Miller remarkably turned around what was looking like an ugly ball game in the first half and that second half, and he finished with a team-high 23 points on 7 of 18 shooting, 2 of 7 from the outside, so both three-pointers he made came in that fourth. 11 boards. Like, he was playing so hard, maybe to prove something in the first half, he was just out of sync. I'm happy that he turned it on. He cleared waivers. Nobody picked him up, which was a little bit surprising. He was asked about that by Law Murray earlier in the day. He said he had 0 expectations. He's just trying to believe in himself. Not worry about it. Let me see. Are you guys still able to hear me? Let me make sure my headset's all right. I don't know why this thing's dying. I thought I was charging it. Let me make sure I'm okay here. Technical difficulties. I'm a dumbass. It has been a long day. Did I even have this thing on to begin with? Adam, do better. Let's see if I can get this thing rocking here. No? It's just randomly. Oh, I think I know. All right. We are fully operational now. I apologize. So, Jordan Miller, tale of two halves. Proud of him. I don't know what's going to happen. It sounds like he's still optimistic. There's a chance he can come back with the Clippers, but is he going to come back on a 2-way? Does it depend on how these other guys play during Summer League? Obviously, there's some of that going on. Depends how he plays, too. I don't know. It's a tough situation. I feel for the guy because I was definitely high on him going into last season, and you guys know this.
So now we move to Trenton Flowers. Trenton Flowers is an all world athlete. He's got pogo sticks for legs, but he hasn't been a good defender. He did shoot it well at 37% from three in the G League last season. One of my critiques of him in this game is that he turned down too many threes in rhythm 3 pointers. But last year in the G League, in 20 games, he shot 37% from three, and he can get downhill. And he said a little bit earlier today that he was going to go out there and kill. Now, he did get into it. Him and Matthews, the Houston Rockets, there was some pushing and shoving, and then Sanders and Miller came over. We'll get to Kobe Sanders here in a little bit. But Trenton Flowers comes in at the 4:30 mark of the first quarter for Konan, and he looked bad on defense right away. He does not put in the requisite, it looks like, effort because he's a good enough athlete to be better defensively. Maybe it is form, instincts. There is a skill to it too. But then he did contest a shot and got a rebound and found Kobe Brown for an alley oop. Second quarter, he missed a free throw and got a putback. Hustle plays. Then he attacked the rack and got fouled for an and one. He missed a three late in the second, open on the far side corner. He did have a steal leading to a Simpson layup, and they were on this 8-0 run. Second half, he comes in, Trenton Flowers, hits a left wing three immediately. Was good to see. Went for a rebound so hard in traffic, and he just got rocked in the third quarter. But it was such a physical play. I couldn't believe there wasn't a foul called on somebody. And I also couldn't believe he just went crash test dummy head first for this rebound. It was like, I'm holding on to this two-way contract. I am trying to prove and that I'm the man for this. And I'm going to go out there and kill. He was definitely giving it his all. He also turned down a couple of threes, as I mentioned. He turned down another one in the fourth quarter, rhythm three, near side corner. He can hit that shot. He did go 1 of 5 from the outside. Maybe he felt like they weren't falling enough to justify him taking some 3 pointers. But Trenton Flowers ended up with 13 points, 5 of 11 shooting, 6 boards, 4 turnovers out there. Liked the effort, played really hard. And when he had that run out for the dunk off the steal by Christie in the fourth quarter, he was able to show off that explosiveness. Kobe Sanders, the Clippers' second round pick, who, well, I like Steve Smith, liked him as a player, liked him as an analyst. He kept saying how much he likes Kobe Sanders and then also called him Saunders. His first play, he gets blocked going around Reed Shepard, just a little bit out of control, too loose with the basketball, and he let Reed Shepard get a rear view contest on him going to the basket. Then he missed a layup on the baseline, then he missed a three. So Kobe Sanders starts off 0 for 3. He was not deterred by that. Then he has a baseline jumper on a step back to start the second quarter. Then some good defense. He ripped it away. The ball eventually went back to Houston, but I liked what I saw. Then a Kobe Sanders dunk. Steve Smith makes the same comparison I did, calling him slow-mo, saying he looks a little bit like Kyle Anderson. That was the comp I gave on draft night immediately. Then he had a three-pointer where he caught it, faked his defender, relocated, put it up, put it through. That was special. Like, my eyes widened a little bit. Then he had a shot he missed, a spinning midi that didn't drop, but it looked really smooth from about 14 feet out. And remember, the mid range is one of his shots from college at Nevada with the Wolfpack. He's a San Diego guy. He went to Cal Poly before. He has an awkward, hunched over gait running style. It looks a little bit like Kyle Anderson. I think it works for him. He hits a three on the left wing, zero hesitation. missed his last three, but ended up Kobe Sanders, 10 points, 4 of 9 shooting, 2 of 4 from the outside. And I liked his feel for the game out there. And the fact that he stayed aggressive, even though he missed his first three shots and he missed badly and had one blocked. I thought he might curl up. Young guys like that, you don't know. Are they just going to shy away after something like that? He didn't at all. Now, some of the bad. Out of Yale, the Greek freak, John Poulakaitis, a guy who shot 41% from three on 8 attempts per game his last year at Yale. He went 0 of 6 from three, and my God, was he pressing and taking some bad shots. He went 2 of 9 overall. I know he's Greek American. Jokingly, we call him the Greek freak. He ain't Giannis, but the only 2 buckets he got were at the rim, like he was Giannis. One of them was an and one. Poulakaitis really struggled. You could just see the wheels turning and like, oh, I gotta get one to go. I mean, he missed 2 threes that were wide open on one possession. I don't mind those shots, but there were others where they looked rushed, forced. But he had a nice play going left to the rim through a defender for an and one in the second half. He ended up with 4 points, 2 of 9 shooting, as I mentioned, 0 of 6 from the outside. Xavier Simpson, he's 28. For those wondering who he is, because he was running the show, missed a free throw late that could have put the game away and put him up by 4. I thought he was okay, and I think he's on this team to help keep the trains running on time. I think part of the reason Kobe Brown and Jordan Miller are there to make sure the offense looks solid enough or structured enough. And I know it's still out of whack at times and it's herky jerky and guys are all over the place. It's summer league. This is what's going to happen. But I like what we saw from Yannic. Very encouraged by that. Very encouraged by Cam Christie and Kobe Sanders. All three of those guys really showed up to me. And I'm not dismissing what Kobe Brown did. Uh, he looked very mature out there. He hit a nice elbow jumper, just very decisive, getting to his spots. He looked confident out there. He was 2 of 3 from the outside. I've seen it at Summer League before. I saw it last year. He appeared in 40 games, Kobe Brown for the Clippers this past season, got 272 minutes, averaged 2 points per game, shot worse from three than he did his rookie year, just 23%. He only took 26 3-pointers, but he didn't shoot them well in the G League either. In his 5 games, he shot 29% from three on 7 attempts per game. Kobe's just got to hit shots. If he can hit shots, he can play because there's enough good and stableness to his game, like where he can do a lot of things decent enough. He can handle the rock a little bit. He's a decent decision maker out there, decent rebounder. He's decent at the basket, but he's got to hit shots. He did tonight. 5 of 7, 14 points. He only played 20 minutes. He showed enough. He looked dominant at times, Kobe Brown. And then Jordan Miller kind of looked the same way in the fourth quarter as Kobe did early on the first quarter. It's kind of what you expect from your two older guys that are going to turn 26 in January. But Yannic, Cam Christie, Kobe Sanders. Okay. I'm watching. You got my attention now. I want to see what happens. Frank White said Trenton Flowers look like Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson guards. I don't know if you knew this. He's a really good defender. Trenton Flowers is not. And Poulakaitis, that's the other thing. His defense, he was on skates. I'm rooting for the guy. You know this. Trenton Flowers also just overreacts far too much defensively. Ray said Kobe needs slightly longer shorts. Yeah, Christie looked really good, guys. I mean, I like the draft pick last season. I'm a fan of Max Christie. Um, there's a level of like wise beyond their years professionalism with the Christie brothers. If you've listened to interviews with Max with the Lakers and now he's with Dallas and now Cam Christie, they just seem really focused on trying to be great, dialed in. I don't know. There's a level of maturity there that's interesting to me. Bay City said, like what I'm seeing with Christie. Thomas said Cam Christie will do better than Miller at the NBA level. Miller's first half was rough. It was hard to watch because the guy just got waived, and you know how big this is for him. And I'm rooting for him, and he didn't get picked up by a team, and he is he's having a tryout in front of all of us right now. I know a lot of guys are, but like Jordan Miller, he had real momentum last season, and it goes away just like that to you being waived. So I really, really hope that he can figure it out, continue on if he plays much more in the summer league. I think he will. The Clippers are trying to make sure, even if it's not about them, they want to help him out and give teams enough tape on him. But he could still be coming back. You never know. Planet 619 said, folks whining about Yannic, Konan, Niederhauser. The age kind of missed the point, in my opinion. A 22-year-old development big isn't a bad thing. If he was 20 or more of a finished product, he wasn't going to last till pick 30. Yeah, you can tell he's really raw at times, and then other times, like, ooh, like that handle's more refined than I would have guessed, and the shot form looks better than I would have guessed. What are we looking at here with Conan? And he's got to get better in the rebounding department, even though he had 10. I felt like when he got rebounds, they weren't exactly contested, or it wasn't because he necessarily boxed out his guy really well. Um, Better instincts need to be had there. Ray said we have an athletic barbarian. What else do we got? I'm not down about anything. It's just late at night. I'm not trying to wake up any of my neighbors. And I was working at 570 earlier today with K-Fake with some F&A takeover for Rogan and Rodney for 3 hours. My voice is talking a lot. Kobe Sanders. Cardale said it. I don't know. He seemed very confident in his game. And he's older too. And he can handle the rock at 6'7". He has versatility defensively. The way he moves looks strange, but some guys are like that. It's like uh, you can't really hold that against him. As long as he's still a good athlete and switchable defensively, I don't know. Kobe Sanders, yeah, he definitely made me think differently, and I like the pick immediately. Some of it was because he was a kinesiology major like me, but just a big guard like that, or big point forward type guy like that, like what can you be? Can you be a good connector out there on the floor? Can you handle the rock? Be kind of like a secondary playmaker, maybe. Garrett said, I think the most encouraging thing from Cam was his attitude and disposition. Looked like he wanted to prove he was better than this level, and not a bad first game for that. Who chucked up too many shots? Kobe Sanders took 9. Mistakes. Jordan Miller turned around the second half. I think he wanted me to dunk on everybody saying they shouldn't have waived Jordan Miller, but he did look good in the second half. Garrett said, I'd like to see more Kobe Sanders ball handling next game and less Simpson. See what he can do playmaking wise. Was good at Nevada. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if they leaned into that in one of these upcoming games here. Mike Dang said Conan with a year in the weight room and going against Zoo and Lopez will be amazing. I really think he can put on like 15 pounds because he's so big boned. I think he could still grow into his body a little bit more. keeping the athleticism. I don't know. I'm intrigued. There was enough to pique your interest in this game about guys. Enough flashes here or there to go, oh, that's interesting. All right. I'm going to be watching for that now. Looking for this from this player, this skill, this trait. I'm excited. Um, Game 2 is on Sunday. Let me see here what the schedule is. Does anybody else have it for me? That's where I'm at tonight at 10:21. Well, take a shower, unwind, get some beauty sleep. Miss Shakes always speaking too soon. Okay, she's not going to win the championship. Got a habit of that. Can't be a prisoner of the moment, Miss Shakes. I'm rooting for Jordan Miller. Dan said, Yannic on the streets of Vegas, Yannic on the streets of Los Angeles. I wonder to myself, how good can this 22-year-old be? He just started playing basketball not long ago. Late growth spurt. Kobe Sanders also had a late growth spurt. So hence why his ball handling, his playmaking is at a higher level for a guy that size, maybe. Same with Yannick. I'm telling you, I need to see that spin move again. I know he missed the shot. I don't care. The athleticism was on display, clearly. I'm much more hopeful now. But it's Summer League. Last season, Jordan Miller averaged 25 points per game, shot 60% from three. He should have been the Summer League MVP, and it didn't translate to the regular season. It translated to preseason, didn't translate to regular season, and he got time out there, guys. You got plenty of time to show it. So, as much as I want to say I'm excited about this or that, I have to tell myself to calm down a little bit too. It's not that simple, or maybe it is. Simply put, Summer League isn't the NBA. It is not regular season basketball. It's not close. The competition, what you're able to get away with, the sloppiness, the lack of plays being run, guys being able to be featured more, that need to find a lane on a team that's much more talented. Okay, what can you do as a role player? Jordan Miller's been given the mandate, or he was by Lawrence Frank, that he needs to be a 37% three-point shooter. He needs to be better defensively. Like this is what you need to do to get out there on the floor. This is what you need to show. And it's a race against time because he's going to be 26 in January. Same with Kobe Brown. Rooting for them both. Um, they both, Kobe with a great first half, Jordan with a great second half, and then Konan steady. Cam, Kobe Sanders, Trenton Flowers. Yeah, we'll do it again on Sunday. I will be back here with you guys. Appreciate you. It's been a summer league postseason edition of Clippers Talk.